Have you ever been in a conversation where you felt a little disconnected, or perhaps wished your words landed with more impact? As we gracefully navigate our golden years, communication remains one of our most vital tools for staying connected, maintaining influence, and building strong, meaningful relationships. In Western society, the way we speak shapes how we're perceived, how our wisdom is received, and how much joy we draw from our daily interactions. But sometimes, even with the best intentions, certain phrases can unintentionally create distance, invite frustration, or subtly erode the respect we cherish. Today, we're going to tackle a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of aging gracefully: the power of our words. We're not here to criticize, but to empower. We'll reveal 6 common phrases that, while often said innocently, can unintentionally hinder your connections and diminish your respected place in conversations and relationships. Our goal isn't to silence your authentic voice, but to help you choose words that foster deeper understanding, strengthen bonds across generations, and ensure your wisdom continues to shine through. Because staying respected and deeply connected isn't just about what you do, it's profoundly about what you say. We'll dive into why each phrase can be problematic, explore real-life scenarios where they might be used, and most importantly, offer concrete, constructive alternatives that will help you communicate more effectively and positively. So, stick with us, because these insights can truly transform your interactions and enrich your life. Before we dive into these impactful phrases, if you're passionate about nurturing vibrant relationships and living your most connected life at any age, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on our practical, empowering tips from Wisdom After 60. And tell us in the comments below, what's one communication challenge you've faced as you've gotten older? Phrase 1. Back in my day. Things aren't like they used to be. All right, let's kick things off with a classic. And perhaps the most common phrase you might hear: back in my day, or its close cousin: things aren't like they used to be. While there's a natural inclination to reminisce, and certainly much to be learned from history, the way these phrases are often delivered can inadvertently shut down conversation. Narrator: so why is this problematic? When used dismissively or as a direct comparison that devalues the present, it can make you sound rigid, resistant to change, and even a bit out of touch. Imagine a grandchild excitedly telling you about their new video game or how they use their phone for learning. If your immediate response is, "Well, back in my day, we played outside and used encyclopedias," it can instantly create a barrier. This phrase can alienate younger generations, who often feel unheard or judged. They might interpret it as you, saying their experiences, challenges, or even their achievements are less valid or somehow inferior simply because they're different from your past. It's an easy way to inadvertently tell someone, "Your world isn't as good as mine was." The impact? It stifles open dialogue. Younger family members or friends might stop sharing their experiences with you because they anticipate judgment or a lecture. This slowly but surely chips away at connection and mutual respect. The good news is, there are wonderful, more constructive alternatives that allow you to share your rich life experience without alienating others. Instead of using it as a judgment, use your past as context or a captivating story. Option 1. Express curiosity. That sounds fascinating. Tell me more about how that works now. It's truly amazing to see how much things have evolved. This shifts the focus from judgment to genuine interest. Option 2. Share as a story, not a comparison. You know, that reminds me of an experience I had when I was your age. We faced X challenges, and it's interesting to see how you handle similar situations with the tools you have today. This invites comparison and understanding, fostering a learning environment for both parties. The positive outcome of using these alternatives is profound. You bridge generational gaps, foster mutual learning, and you're perceived as wise, adaptive, and genuinely interested in the world as it is now. People will be more likely to seek your advice, share their lives with you, and truly value your unique perspective because you're engaging with them, not just living in the past. Phrase 2. I'm too old for that. At my age? Our second phrase, often said with a sigh or a shrug, is, I'm too old for that, or at my age, I just can't. While it's absolutely vital to acknowledge physical limitations that may arise, with age, using these phrases as a blanket excuse or a constant self-limiting belief can be incredibly detrimental. Why is this problematic? When you constantly use "I'm too old for that" as a default response, you're not just communicating to others, you're profoundly communicating to yourself. You're reinforcing a negative self-image and projecting helplessness or disinterest. This can subtly invite others to diminish your capabilities, even if they don't intend to. It also perpetuates harmful ageist stereotypes that society is slowly trying to dismantle. Imagine a friend inviting you to try a new low-impact exercise class, or a grandchild offering to teach you how to video call. If your immediate response is, "Oh, I'm too old for those newfangled things," or "At my age, I just can't keep up," you're not only closing yourself off from potentially enriching experiences, but you're also subtly telling others that you're no longer interested in growth or connection. The impact? It can lead to self-imposed isolation, a decline in physical or mental engagement, and even a loss of self-respect as you internalize these limits. Others might stop inviting you to activities, assuming you'll always decline. The power to shift this narrative lies entirely within your words. Instead of focusing on limitations, express curiosity, set realistic boundaries, or focus on what you can do or what you are willing to explore. You have the right to decline, but the way you decline makes all the difference. Option 1. Express curiosity. That sounds intriguing. Tell me more about what that entails. I'm always open to new experiences, but I might need to take it slow at first. This shows openness. Option 2. Set realistic boundaries, without self-deprecation. I appreciate the invitation. I'm not sure I have the energy for that specific activity today, but I'd absolutely love to hear about it afterwards, or maybe we could try X instead. This sets a boundary without dismissing your capabilities entirely. The positive outcome of embracing these alternatives is immense. You're perceived as engaged, open-minded, and resilient. You challenge ageist assumptions and continue to define yourself by what you can do, not what you can't. This not only enriches your own life with new experiences, but also strengthens your connections with others who see you as an active, vibrant individual, full of life and possibilities. Phrase 3. Kids these days. Young people just don't understand. Moving on to our third phrase, which unfortunately often creates a significant generational chasm, kids these days, or the equally divisive, young people just don't understand. While it's natural for generations to have different perspectives, using these broad generalizations can be incredibly damaging. Why is this problematic? These phrases are inherently divisive and judgmental. They create an us versus them mentality, immediately positioning you as being against, rather than alongside, younger individuals. When you say kids these days, you're not talking about a specific person. You're condemning an entire generation, which is unfair and often inaccurate. It can feel deeply condescending and alienate younger family members or colleagues who might look to you for guidance. Imagine a young person trying to explain a new social concept or their perspective on a current event. If your immediate response is a dismissive, "Well, young people just don't understand the real world," it instantly shuts down any opportunity for genuine dialogue. They might interpret this as you having no respect for their lived experiences or their intelligence. The impact? It stifles communication, builds resentment, and creates a significant barrier to intergenerational understanding. Younger individuals might eventually avoid sharing their lives, ideas, or even seeking your advice because they expect judgment rather than engagement. This leads to a profound sense of disconnection. The power to bridge this gap lies in shifting from judgment to curiosity and genuine sharing. Instead of broadly criticizing, focus on seeking understanding, sharing your wisdom as a gift, or focusing on specific actions rather than sweeping generalizations. Option 1. Seek understanding. That's an interesting perspective. Could you help me understand why you feel that way? What challenges are young people like you facing today that might lead to that approach? This opens a door for them to explain. Option 2. Share wisdom as a narrative. In my experience, I've found that patience often leads to better outcomes in certain situations. I wonder how that might apply in your situation. This offers insight without lecturing or dismissing their methods. The positive outcome of embracing these alternatives is profound. You foster empathy, encourage mutual respect, and position yourself as a valuable mentor or guide rather than a rigid critic. You become someone younger generations want to engage with, learn from, and spend time with, solidifying your role as a respected and influential voice. Phrase 4. I don't need help. I can do it myself, when genuinely offered. Our fourth phrase, often born from a strong sense of independence, is I don't need help, or the resolute, I can do it myself. While self-reliance is a wonderful trait, especially in Western cultures that value independence, consistently rejecting genuine offers of assistance can sometimes create unintended barriers. Why is this problematic? When help is genuinely offered, especially by a loved one, immediately dismissing it can be perceived as stubborn, ungrateful, or even dismissive of their kindness and concern. Your family and friends want to feel useful and connected to you. Rejecting their offers repeatedly can make them feel unwanted or that their efforts aren't valued. Imagine your adult child offering to help you carry in heavy groceries or a friend suggesting they help with a minor household repair. If your consistent response is a firm, "No, I can handle it," even when you might genuinely be struggling or taking longer than necessary, it can lead to unnecessary struggle for you and frustration for them. The impact? It can slowly foster a sense of isolation, as others may eventually stop offering help, assuming you never want it. This can inadvertently increase your risk for falls or accidents, and miss opportunities to bond and feel supported. In Western culture, accepting help is often seen as building community and mutual support, not a sign of weakness. The key here is learning to accept assistance gracefully, even if it's just a small gesture. This not only lightens your load, but also strengthens your bonds with those who care about you. You can still maintain your independence while allowing others to show their love and support. Option 1. Accept gracefully. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. I'd really appreciate that. A simple, heartfelt acceptance goes a long way. Option 2. Accept partially. That's so thoughtful. Could you help me with just this one heavy bag part? I can manage the rest. This allows you to maintain some autonomy while accepting support. The positive outcome of embracing these alternatives is powerful. You strengthen your relationships, fostering a genuine sense of reciprocity and care. You ensure your safety and well-being without making others feel useless. When you allow others to help, you're not just receiving assistance, you're giving them the gift of being able to care for you. This builds stronger, more supportive communities around you, enhancing your sense of belonging and connectedness. Phrase 5. You're just like your parent sibling, in a negative comparison. Next on our list is a phrase that often carries a heavy weight of familial history and can inadvertently wound, "You're just like your parent sibling," especially when it's delivered as a negative comparison. Why is this problematic? While it might be said with a hint of nostalgia or even frustration, making a direct negative comparison diminishes the individual you're speaking to. People, regardless of age, inherently want to be seen and appreciated for who they are, their unique strengths, their evolving personality, and their individual journey. Being constantly compared to another family member, particularly in a negative light, can create deep resentment and may even open old family wounds. Imagine telling your granddaughter, "Oh, you're just as stubborn as your mother was at your age," even if it's true. While you might intend it humorously, she might hear, "I don't see you for who you are. I only see your mother's flaws in you." This can be incredibly frustrating and damaging to their self-esteem. The impact: it chips away at individual identity, leading to feelings of being misunderstood or unfairly judged. It can create distance in relationships, as individuals may shy away from you to avoid these comparisons, and it can even breed resentment, making family gatherings tense or awkward. The power here lies in shifting from comparison to appreciation and focusing on individual qualities. Instead of highlighting similarities, you can acknowledge specific behaviors or genuinely praise the person for who they are without bringing in another family member. Option 1. Focus on specific positive behaviors. I really admire your determination when you set your mind to something. That's a wonderful quality. This praises the action, not the lineage. Option 2. Acknowledge individual qualities. You have such a unique way of looking at things. I always learn something new from your perspective. This highlights their individuality. The positive outcome of embracing these alternatives is immense. You build self-esteem in others, fostering a sense of being seen and valued for their authentic selves. This strengthens individual relationships, encourages open communication, and contributes to a more positive and affirming family dynamic. You become a source of affirmation and genuine appreciation, someone people want to spend time with and confide in, solidifying your role as a beloved and respected elder. Phrase 6. My memory's just not what it used to be. As a constant disclaimer, self-deprecation. Finally, let's address a phrase that often slips out, almost as a reflex for many of us. My memory's just not what it used to be. While it's true that some memory changes are a normal part of aging, constantly using this as a disclaimer or engaging in self-deprecation can have a surprisingly negative impact. Why is this problematic? When you constantly preface every story, explanation, or even a simple request with this phrase, you're not just communicating to others, you're reinforcing a negative self-image to yourself. It can inadvertently invite others to be less patient, less respectful of your cognitive abilities, or even to speak for you, assuming you'll forget or be unable to contribute fully. Imagine you're about to share a fascinating anecdote, but you begin with, "Now, my memory's not what it used to be, so bear with me." Even if you then recall every detail perfectly, you've already set a low expectation. The listener might subconsciously tune out, or even worse, they might become overly attentive to any minor pause or hesitation, validating your own negative self-assessment. The impact? It can make conversations feel awkward or uncomfortable for others who might not know how to respond. It can subtly diminish your perceived competence and confidence. More importantly, it can make you feel less confident in your own abilities, even when your memory is perfectly functional for most everyday tasks. This self-deprecation can limit your participation in conversations and activities, even when you have valuable contributions to make. The power here lies in shifting your internal dialogue and how you present yourself. Acknowledge genuine moments with grace or humor. Focus on the content of the conversation. Use memory aids without fanfare, or simply don't draw attention to it if it's a minor lapse. Your confidence will project competence. Option 1. Acknowledge. With humor, if appropriate. "Oh, the name will come to me in a moment. The mind works in mysterious ways these days," with a wink. Option 2. Simple honesty, without dwelling. "Bear with me for a moment. I'm just recalling that detail." This is direct and respectful. The positive outcome of embracing these alternatives is profound. You project confidence, maintaining respect for your cognitive abilities in the eyes of others, and most importantly, in your own eyes. You keep conversations flowing naturally, and you continue to be seen as a capable, engaged, and articulate individual. This empowers you to participate fully in life, sharing your stories and insights without unnecessarily diminishing your capabilities. Your mind is still a treasure trove, and your words should reflect that. Beyond phrases, cultivating connection and respect. So we've explored 6 specific phrases that can sometimes hinder connection. But nurturing strong relationships and maintaining respect goes beyond just avoiding certain words. It's about cultivating a mindset and developing broader communication skills that will enrich your interactions in every aspect of your life. Here are some essential communication pillars to cultivate. Practice active listening. This is foundational. Genuinely hear and absorb what others are saying, rather than just waiting for your turn to speak. Make eye contact, nod, and offer verbal affirmations like "I understand" or "that makes sense." When people feel truly heard, they feel valued. Empathy and perspective taking. Make a conscious effort to understand different viewpoints, especially those of younger generations or people with different life experiences. Ask, "How do you see this situation?" Or, "What challenges are you facing with that?" This bridges understanding and reduces judgment. Cultivate curiosity. Be genuinely interested in the world around you and the lives of others. Ask open-ended. Questions that encourage detailed responses like, "What's the most exciting thing you're working on right now?" Or, "What new ideas are inspiring you?" Curiosity is a powerful connector. Share wisdom, don't lecture. You have a lifetime of valuable experience, but the key is how you share it. Offer insights as gifts, not commands. Instead of "you should do this," try, "In my experience, I found that X often leads to Y." Perhaps that's something to consider. This invites rather than demands their attention. Embrace adaptability and openness. Show a willingness to learn new things, even if it's a new app or a different way of thinking. "I'm not familiar with that. Could you show me?" Or, "That's a new idea to me. I'm curious to hear more." This keeps you engaged and shows you're open to growth regardless of age. Leverage the power of humor. Appropriate, light-hearted humor can diffuse tension, break down barriers, and create genuine connections. A shared laugh is a powerful bonding experience. Don't be afraid to poke gentle fun at yourself, too. By integrating these broader communication strategies, you'll find your interactions become more fulfilling, your relationships deeper, and your place in the world remains one of respect, influence, and joy. Conclusion. So there you have it. 6 common phrases. Back in my day, "I'm too old for that." Kids these days, "I don't need help," when offered. "You're just like your parent sibling," negatively. And "my memory's just not what it used to be," as a constant disclaimer. That, with mindful awareness, we can choose to reframe or avoid. The overarching message here is simple, yet profound. Your words are incredibly powerful. They shape not only how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. They can build bridges or erect walls. They can affirm or diminish. And in later life, they are perhaps even more crucial for maintaining your vibrant role in society and within your family. Remember, communication is a skill that can be refined and enhanced at any age. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being intentional. It's about choosing words that foster respect, deepen connection, and radiate the wisdom and warmth you inherently possess. By embracing positive alternatives and cultivating empathetic communication habits, you're not just improving your interactions, you're profoundly enhancing your quality of life, your influence, and your joy in these precious years. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these phrases resonated most with you, or which one do you find yourself needing to reframe? Share your thoughts, your successes, or even your challenges in the comments section below. Your experience can truly inspire and help others in our community. If you found this video valuable and insightful, and you believe it could help others, please give it a big thumbs up right now. This simple action helps YouTube's algorithm show this important information to more people who need it. And please, share this video generously with your loved ones, your friends, and anyone in your family who could benefit from these essential communication tips. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications turned on. That way, you won't miss our next empowering tips and science-backed insights that can help you live your most fulfilled and connected life. Thank you so much for watching. Your words are a powerful legacy. Stay connected, stay vibrant, and we'll see you in the next video.